Definitely a spot that so many people told us we had to visit was the Frida Kahlo Museum. It's actually the house where she was born, and then she ended up dying there as well, sadly at the young age of 47, I think.
Previously on Perfect Day Adventure, the card game to explore food, movement, experiences, and play. I started the game strong with 2 points for coffee and street food. I even got an extra point for asking a stranger.
They're cheap and they're good.
Which I mistakenly gave this point to Andrea.
You can have the extra point for asking the stranger.
She then received 4 points for bikes and garden. Knowing I was seriously behind, I tried to stack as many as I could, giving me 8 points.
Do I get it?
Yeah.
Andrea's only 3 points behind me. It's anyone's game in the final part of the Perfect Day Adventure.
But we got there, and we got to the Frida Kahlo Museum, and I'm sitting there like, cool, we're in there. We go through the checkout stand, and they're like, no photos. Wait, I'm sorry. Oh, you can only take photos if you have this sticker. So then I'm walking around with a sticker on my chest, and the only photos, no video. And I watched them really be strict about this.
I'm behind bars in the metaphorical photo jail. Yeah.
Photo policy is very, very strict. And which kind of gets in the way of some of the thing, but I get it because not everything is for video. So as someone that does video and loves video, not everything's for video. So I really appreciate that they don't have that, but I wish I could have brought that to you guys as well. I'm gonna Ken Burns the crap out of this sequence, let me tell you.
We made it.
We made it.
It was a long journey.
Very long journey.
And I didn't even get any points for the bicycling.
You didn't get points for the bicycling?
Yeah, no points.
I got that point.
Well, nobody
Before.
got it. Yeah. But that's okay. It's not just about the points. We made it to Frida's house. We're here in the garden. It's very lovely. The blue house, as you can see.
So she got the points.
I knew we wanted to come here. It seems like a must on the list. I mean, Frida was such a feminist, a real revolutionary, an artist. Yeah, speaks to all the kind of weird people out there. It's hard being an artist. So I think she really embodied that. And
all life is suffering, and Frida is a definite example of that.
But she made some beautiful art.
That
She
is
shared a beautiful part of herself.
It's a part of the suffering, isn't it?
I guess so.
You get to make beautiful art.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. May we all do something special with our suffering.
Yeah.
So what do you have, Dre?
10.
Dre's at 10, I'm at 8 points. In all honesty, we should be at 9 and 9 because I gave you 1 point. But
You did not.
I did give you a point.
I got a bonus point for asking the local.
I asked the local, actually.
We both asked.
I asked. We
Do you
both
want an
asked.
extra point?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
This is gonna
This
come
is
back
what
to
happens.
haunt me. I can.
This is what happens when I'm
tell.
generous.
Got it. So at this point in the game, it had already been a pretty long day. Amazing, we saw a lot, but we decided for the last round that there's no stacking. You can only play one card. You gotta choose one card in your hand and go for that. So it was Harry's turn.
I had pulled the sport card right before we hit Frida Kahlo, and that sport card, let me tell you, I didn't know what to do about it, but I've always wanted to go to a Lucha Libre. And when you're walking around the city, you see reminiscences of Lucha Libres everywhere, masks, they have posters at places, they have all these types of things. So it's an amazing thing to see, and I was like, well, let's see if we can get in. You don't actually need to buy the tickets online. You don't actually need to book it on an Airbnb experience. Just go to the ticket stall, buy the ticket, and go in.
It's time for Lucha Libre, guys. Lucha Libre. We're to pack in this thing like a sardine. Can't look at this thing. Who feels like a cow right now? Anybody? Anybody feel like a cow? Moo! Moo!
Should we get a mask?
I think a mask might need to happen at some point today.
I thought it was gonna be a lot of acting, and lo and behold, it was.
I honestly gotta say, these guys are athletes. They're acrobats. You know, before there was parkour, there was lucha libres. And those lucha libres are parkour athletes. Anyone that flips out of a rink to hit somebody else is an athlete. That's hands down. And it's like really interesting to see that, like this culture, yeah, there's like all the smack talk and the like theatrics of this particular event. But to me, the amazing part isn't the theatrics. The theatrics are, okay, it's like, I'm sure people that are into it really like the theatrics. The theatrics aren't what I went for. I went for the sheer athleticism and to experience that culture. And I gotta say, I did have a lot of fun going to Lucha Libre. Even though it's touristy, most of the people are locals. To win for those 2 points, for sure.
I mean, everyone looked Mexican or Latin American, and then kind of in each round, there was like one Asian guy or Asian girl. There's women too. I guess I didn't know that, but there's women that perform as well. But I mean, some of the moves are like, it's definitely athletic, right? I mean, these guys and women are really strong. But as far as how much pain like they're actually inflicting on each other, I guess I don't know. We'd have to ask them.
Woo! Yes! I'm converted. That was so fun.
You want to go back?
The sheer acrobatics of the performers was amazing. I am very pleased with that.
The story was a little bit weak, especially for the women.
These guys are all athletes, guys. Okay, that's my last card.
Okay, you're done. I think it's time for some food.
Food.
Fancy is actually one of the things that I missed with Day of Gluttony. We did go to fancy places, but when you're trying to go to a place that's fancy and you only have 45 minutes, you don't have the time to enjoy. And since this is the last play, we didn't have any time constraints. We just enjoyed that last card.
Where are we going next, Dre?
He's so enthusiastic. We're gonna have to take the mask off, unfortunately. I know you're really upset about that. You can see that I've already taken mine off.
Okay, where are we going?
Fancy food, that's where we're going.
We're fancy.
Yes.
Okay.
I think you can pull it off, but the mask might not fly.
All right.
To enjoy Arango, I mean, like, you're talking about the details, being on the 7th floor, the beautiful lookout that they have.
I think it's been there about a year and a half, but it was beautiful.
When you're in Mexico City, you should always get, in my book, you gotta get a tequila or mezcal cocktail when you're in Mexico. Andrea got the Jamaica one, I got the other one. I don't even remember the other one's name because the Jamaica one blew it out of the water.
This is exactly what I needed after the wrestling match. I can totally do something like that, but then I need something a little more refined.
I couldn't agree more, Andrea. And this cocktail, this one hits sour. This is my kind of cocktail because it's super sour. Too bad you didn't get the sour card for this one.
The first dish that we had was essentially an elote, but with oxtail. Great invention. I mean, something that was normally a street food, you turned it into a gourmet thing. Good job.
You're gonna love this. Am I right?
Creamy. It's got the beans, it's got the butter, it's got the oxtail. Oh my God, yes.
And then we had the beet salad, which was also great because one of the things we have noticed about Mexico City, and actually most countries that I visited outside of the US, most places don't have a lot of vegetables. So we really wanted some vegetables. So beet salad, okay, it's a root vegetable, but it's
I think there's 3 different kinds of beets. Even the dressing has beets. You know what that means. You get your iron.
The cheese with the beets, it's like it gives it that extra cream that you really want when you're having beets.
If I could never have chicken again and have duck, I would, okay? That is how much I love duck. And I know how to make duck. I know how long it takes. This was the perfect duck. The meat fell off into your mouth and the skin was still crispy. It was perfectly prepared and that mole sauce on top.
I love ducks. Duck confit might be single-handedly one of my favorite things on the planet. Add mole to it. Oh man, duck confit with mole, yes, yes. Good choice. I'd give you another point if I could, Andrea. This is so good.
I've got to get this recipe. So delicious. Not even that spicy, but so many ingredients. It's so complex. That's the thing about mole. Sometimes like 30 ingredients. I definitely can't guess what they all are.
Arango, you guys killed it. Just such good food. And the cocktails, all in all, we rounded out PDA to being a perfect day adventure.
Okay, Dre, how's your first perfect day adventure?
A lot to take in. Very exciting. We were on the move a lot.
I'm exhausted.
Fun. Yeah, I'm exhausted too.
That's why the last card, we played one card only. That's a good way to end it, I think.
Yeah, and sitting down.
My goal in this is not just to make a travel show, which this travel show is going to be tighter and tighter, and you're at the beginning right now, so please stick with us. What I'm trying to get this done, the actual show itself is going to be the more refined version of the PDA, but my purpose of this visit to Mexico City was to work out the kinks and to see if it would be fun just to play it, not about the shooting of it. And I can honestly tell you, I think if I wasn't shooting it, this thing would be more fun, because shooting it comes with a whole different slew of headaches and all that different types of thing. So stay tuned, subscribe, and please comment and like. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching.